Hello everyone, myself Abhishek Jain. I am from Computer Application Department from BSSS College, and today we are going to learn about functions in Excel. So a function is a predefined formula that performs calculation using specific values. Okay, so today we are going to learn about functions. Okay, so here I have some data along with me. Okay, since it contains a few names, marks in physics, chemistry and maths. So we are going to find out some functions in this. Okay, though the first function would be sum function. So there are multiple ways to find sum. Suppose here I have three things, so I have to find function, I have to find sum. So we will write every time the formula starts with equals to. So equals to, then the cell reference number, that is D3 plus E3 plus F3 will give you the sum. Okay, so this is using formula. Now if we talk about the function, the sum, if we have a large numbers, okay, so we are going to find sum using sum function. So there will be the formula equals to sum, then we are going to start with D3 and it will end up till F3. Okay, so it will give us the sum. Okay, similarly now we have to find the sum of Gaurav. Right now we have find the sum of Yashika, then after that we are going to have a sum of Gaurav. So there will be a formula or a function equals to sum, then bracket open, then we will select the entire rows and then we will close the bracket. So it will give us the sum. Similarly, what we can do, we have a shortcut to find the sum. So what we are going to do, we are going to select these two cells. Now it has automatically, we have got our sum. Similarly, to find an average, so the average is sum divided by 3, because here the numbers are physics, chemistry and maths. Okay, so here we have a formula equals to average, will open the bracket, then we are going to select the rows and then we are going to close the bracket. So it will show us the average of the Yashika. Okay, similarly in the case of Gaurav, what we are going to do, we are going to have equals to average, then bracket open, then we are going to select the rows, that is D4 till we are going to select till F4. Okay, F4, and then we are going to close the bracket. So it will give us the average. Now what we will do, we will drag and drop. Okay, automatically it will show us the average of all the entries. Okay, now we have two functions like count and count A. Okay, so what is the purpose of count function? If we have only a numeric value, the count function counts the number of entries. Okay, if there will be an alphabet value, it is going to show us the answer 0. So we are going to check this. So it will be equals to count. First we are going to check on alphabets. Okay, so count, then we are going to have an open bracket, then we are going to select the number of columns or the number of rows we want to select. Okay, then we will have enter, we will press enter. So as you can see here, it's showing 0. Similarly, in count A is going to work in the case of alphabets also and in the case of number also. So that will be an equals to count, then A, then bracket open, then we will select the cell referencing and then we are going to close the bracket and then we are going to press enter. Okay, now it shows the number of entries are 7. Similarly, to recheck, I'll have a serial number over here, serial number. Now we'll have 1, then 2, then we are going to have an autofill till we have 7. Okay, similarly in count function, we are going to have a count over here, how many entries are there in physics. So that will be shown as equals to count then we are going to open the bracket, then we will select the cell reference, we will take the cell reference, and then we are going to have a bracket, then press enter. So it shows our total values are 7. Now we have to find the maximum number and the minimum number among these. Okay, so what we are going to have? So the formula or the function for max is equals to max, maximum. For maximum we have max, then we will open a bracket, then we will select the cell reference, and then we are going to have a bracket, then we are going to press enter. So here the maximum number is 88. Similarly, in the case of chemistry, we will have again the formula equals to max, then bracket open, then we are going to select the cell reference, then bracket close. So here the maximum number is 99. Similarly, what we can do, we can have an autofill option by selecting both the rows, both the numbers, and okay, so here the maximum number is 97. Same like max, we have min, that is minimum. So the formula for minimum is equals to min, then we'll have a bracket, then we'll going to select the entire cell reference, then we're going to close the bracket and we'll press enter. So the minimum number is 34. Same in the chemistry part, we are going to do equals to min, bracket open, cell referencing, and a bracket close. Okay. Now we have to find out the third, that is minimum in mathematics. So we are going to have an autofill option over here. So what you are going to do? We are going to have an autofill option. So the minimum is 54. Okay, we are going to now learn about COUNTIF function. So the condition is given COUNTIF if the marks are greater than 50. Okay, so what we are going to have? We are going to have a function equals to COUNTIF, bracket open, we'll take the range, and then after a comma we'll have a criteria. Criteria would be, it should be greater than 50. Okay, we'll close and we'll close the bracket. Okay, and then we are going to press enter. So it shows we have only 5 entries that are greater than 50. So we are going to mark 5 entries greater than 50, 1, 2, 3. So these 3 are the entries, and then after this is the entry, and similarly this is the last one, Harshita's marks is the entry. Okay, so we have 5. Similarly here also we are going to have a COUNTIF function with a greater value than 50. Okay, so we'll have equals to count if, then we're going to have a bracket open, then we are going to select the range, then comma, then we are going to have a criteria that is greater than 50. Okay, so we'll close the bracket and we'll press enter. So total we have 7 entries. So nobody is having marks less than 50. Okay, then we are going to have a last one. So by an autofill feature, we are going to have this also, this entry. Okay, so similarly there was no one. Okay, so similarly in count we can have count if the value is less than or you can say less than 80. Okay, so similarly the function would be like equals to count if, we'll select the range, we'll select the entire range of physics marks, then we'll place comma, then we'll have a criteria less than 80, then we'll close the bracket. Okay, so it will tell us the marks which are less than 80. Okay, so there are 6 people who have marks less than 60. Okay, now we'll find for the chemistry marks equals to count if, bracket open, then we'll select the range, then we'll place comma, and we'll have the criteria or the condition which is less than 80. Okay, we'll have the criteria less than 80, then we are going to have this. Okay, so we have total 4 entries. Similarly, for the maths, what we are going to do? We are going to have an autofill feature. Okay, so that's for the day. Thank you.